Alright, Title 36 United States Codes. Boys and Girls Club of America. 31101 Organization, 31102 Purpose, 31103 Membership, 31104 Governing Body, 31105 Power, 31106 Restriction, 31107 Principal Office, 3108 Records Inspection, 3109 Service of Process, 3110 Liabilities Acts for the Officer and Agent, 31 111, the distribution asset with the distribution final liquidation. 31101, organization federal charter, Boys and Girls Club of America within the shaft of the corporation federally chartered. The corporation 2, or B, place an incorporation domicile with a corporation declared to be incorporated domicile with the District of Columbia to perpetual existence except for the otherwise provided with the corporation has perpetual existence historical records. Revisions 3101 and scope 36691, 692, and 694.1 and sources statutes at large. This section is substituted with the source provision consistencies in the revised title eliminated to execute the unnecessary word. 31102 for the purpose of the corporation and to promote health and social education, vocational charter development, youth throughout the United States, and with the receive and investment and distribute and disburse funds, the whole property and purpose of the corporation. Historical records 31102 with 36693 source statutes at large. 31103 Membership Eligibility accepted provided by charter of the eligibility membership of the corporation rights and privileges designation over the classes of the members of the provided with the constitution bylaws of the corporation voting. Each member has one vote on each matter submitted with the vote meeting of the members benefits of the member organization. Each organization that members of the corporation provide with the constitution corporation of the corporation is entitled with a business incorporation under the charter of the benefit case immediately with the termination membership whereby with the resignation of the corporation, termination membership of the board of directors, corporation is provided with the Constitution. Historical records 31103 A, B, and C, 3696 A, B, and AA, first sentence, last sentence, 3696 B, in subsection the words as provided with the Constitution bylaws, corporation substituted shall be determined with the Constitution bylaw, corporation provided with the Constitution with the revised title with eliminated unnecessary words, subsection C with the right of the admitted unnecessary with the subsection C with the termination membership with the whereby with the substitute with either upon the clarity, words of the event with the cancel with the otherwise are omitted unnecessary. 31104 governing body with the board of directors and governed body of corporation powers of the duty responsibility board is provided with the Constitution bylaws of corporation, number of the direction provided with the Constitution corporation, manner of selection, including filing vacancy with the term of office provided with the Constitution bylaw of the officer of the corporation chairman and board of directors of president, and more vice presidents are provided with the Constitution bylaws, secretary and treasurer, one or more assistant secretaries, assistant treasuries are provided with the Constitution bylaws. The manner of the election, term of office, the duties of the officer were provided with the Constitution bylaws, historical revision, 31104A and 1B, 36697 and 698, source August 6, 1956, chapter 976, statute 7 and 8, 7153, subsection A, word of governing, substitute with the word governing is substituted managing consistencies and revised title, and 36697 omitted with the executed obsolete. 31105 powers. A corporation may adopt an amendment of the Constitution bylaws of the management, property regulation of the affair of the top of the corporate seal, choose officer of the managers, agents, employees, activity of the corporation, require, make contracts, acquire on or lease, encumbering or transfer property necessary for the conveyancy of the carry out of the purpose of the corporation, borrow money, issue instruments, indebtedness, secure the obligation, granting security interest in its property, when sued or be sued. In this section, text 36706 amended with the executive of the obsolete when the clause of the words alert, non inconsistent with the laws of the United States, with the state of the corporation is operative with it is amended and necessary with the clause of the word use amended with an unnecessary clause 4 works make contract substitute with the contractor with the contractor eliminated unnecessary words. Clause 5 substitute the take by lease and gift and purchase grant advised bequest Any private corporation, association, partnership with the firm, individual will hold on property, real, personal, with a mix necessary with conveying, attaining objects, carrying into an effective purpose, corporation, transfer, conveying, lease, and sublease, and company, encumber, otherwise alternate, real, personal, mixed property consistent with a revised title, eliminate unnecessary words, word subject, however, the applicable provisions, laws of state, A, governing with the amount of kind and property which will be held, B, the otherwise limiting control of the ownership of property or by a cooperation owner operating such state is submitted unnecessary. In clause 6, for the purpose of the corporation submitted with unnecessary with the words issue instruments indebtedness security with the obligation prior by granting security interest of the property or substitute with the issue with the bonds thereof security with the same mortgage deed trust pledge otherwise eliminate unnecessary word with the word subject every case for the applicable provisions federal state laws are omitted unnecessary. In clause 7, the words complain to defend any of the court competent jurisdiction are omitted as necessary. 31.106 restriction stock and dividends of the corporation may not issue, shall declare, or pay the dividend. The political activities of the corporation of the director officer such may not contribute to support and assist political party or candidate for public office. Distribution income or assets. The income of the assets of the corporation may in your benefit with the distributed to the director officer of the members of the staff of the during life of the corporation dissolution and final liquidation subsection does not prevent the payment of the compensation to any officer of the amount approved by the board of directors. Loan. The corporation may not make a loan and advise the director officer of the employee with the directors who will vote and absent making loan in advance director officer of the employee officer of the participate with the making of the loan and with advance of the jointly severely liable corporation amount of loan in advance unit is until repaid. Historical revisions 36.1 B, C, and D, 36.702, 36.700, 36.699 A and B, subsection, the words any share of the admitted and necessary with the words of the new with the benefit of the substitute with the new with the constitute with the revised title, subsection D with the words advance as added a two-place consistency in subsection 387 and 107. The principal office of the corporation shall be in New York, and any other place decided by the board of directors. However, the activity of the corporation are not confined with the place of the principal office, but may be conducted through the state, territories, possession of the United States. Historical revision 31.107 and 36.695A. The words vary as amended necessary. 31.108 records and inspection record of the corporation shall keep the correct complete records of the account. Minutes of proceeding members, board of directors, committees having any authority of the board of directors, principal office of the record of the names and address of the members and entitled to vote. Inspection member may entitled to vote. Agent of the attorney of the member inspect for the record of the corporation for the purpose of the reasonable time. Historical record provisions 31.108, 36.703. The word record is subject to the board's record with a consistently revised title, other title of the United States Code. 31.109 service process designated with the District of Columbia receive service and process of the corporation. Notice of the agent mailed with the business address of the agent with the notice of the service of the corporation. Historical revision 31.109, 36.695B. The words at all times are omitted and unnecessary. 31.110 Liability Act, officer or agent of the Corporation Liability Act for the officer of the agent for the acting in the scope of the authority. Historical revision 31.110, 36.701. 31.111 the distribution asset of the dissolution final liquidation liquidation corporation asset remaining after discharge liability shall be distributed with the provided with the board of directors compliance constitution bylaws of the corporation. Historical revisions 31.111 source United States Code 36.705. So, the word satisfaction is submitted with the discharge of the word obligations, omitted with include liability of the word outstanding all the federal state laws applicable thereby to omitted as unnecessary.